Deadpool. Of course, higher ratings, like almost 90%. It threatens to buckle under the weight of its meta gags. It is a gory, gleeful lampoon of the superhero genre, of course, buoyed by Ryan Reynolds' undeniable charm. You gotta love this movie. Of course, Ryan Reynolds, Josh Brolin, Julian Dennison, T.J. Miller. So, excellent, excellent. Deadpool 2. If anybody out there has seen any of these movies, please let me know what you thought. Number 4, believe it or not, this is the second week out. Tomato meter gives it 92%, audience 57. I'm surprised this is number 4, to tell you the truth. It uses its classic setup as a framework for a harrowing, uncommonly unsettling horror film whose cold touch lingers long beyond the closing credits. However, I heard it wasn't that good. Now they're saying it is. I guess you'll have to see it for yourself. This is the matriarch of the Graham family passes away. Her daughter's family begins to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry. The more they discover, the more they find themselves trying to outrun the sinister fate they seem to have inherited. Toni Collette, Alex Wolff, Ann Dowd, Gabriel Byrne. I don't know. This is can go either way for me. I'm not sure. I have not seen it yet. However, somebody I know, Chris, you've seen this, I know, and wasn't real happy with it. So, have to see for yourself, I guess. Number 5, of course, still in the top 5. This movie's been out 8 weeks already. Avengers Infinity War. Need I say more? We all know who's in it, so still in the top 5 after this long. So, number 5 after 8 weeks. Number 6 this week is Adrift. And this is about the... it sails smoothly between love story and survival drama, thanks in large part to a gripping central performance by Shailene Woodley. Starring Shailene Woodley, of course, from Divergent, and Sam Claflin. Adrift is based on the inspiring true story of 2 sailors who set out to journey across the ocean from Tahiti to San Diego. And, of course, many, many things happen along the way. Shailene Woodley, Sam Claflin, Jeffrey Thomas, Elizabeth Hawthorne. I heard that it was pretty good. We shall see. Don't know. We'll see how it does. It was number 6 this week. It's been out 3 weeks. Book Club is number 7. It's been out 5 weeks. Of course, this is the, I call it the new Golden Girls. They're more than enough to bring material entertainingly to life. And this is about a recently widowed woman after 40 years of marriage. One of them enjoys her men with no strings attached. Another is still working through a decades-old divorce. And one is in a marriage slump after 35 years. Of course, we have Diane Keaton, Jane Fonda, Candice Bergen, Mary Steenburgen, Craig T. Nelson, Alicia Silverstone. What a cast. And it looks hilarious. They decide to, in their book club, to spice things up and read 50 Shades of Grey, which, of course, leads to other things. Number 8, after 2 weeks, is Hotel Artemis. I thought this would be higher than it is. Not very good scoring either from the tomato meter or audience. It has this is the critics. It has a few flashes of wit and an intriguing cast. But mostly it's just a serviceable chunk of slightly futuristic violence. Interesting, because this really looked good. I do want to see this. And when I do, I will report back. This is set in riot-torn near-future L.A. It's an original high-octane action thriller starring Jodie Foster as a nurse who runs a secret members-only hospital for criminals. So Jodie Foster, Sterling K. Brown, Sophia Boutella, Jeff Goldblum, Brian Tyree Henry. This is one I do want to see. It is on my list, bad or good. I am going to go see this, and I will let you know how it is. So, surprisingly, I thought for sure it would be higher than that, but we shall see. I'll have to see it for myself, and I'll report back to you on that. So, that was number 8 this week after duet. Number 9 is Upgrade, and this is when it's Upgrade. It's an old-fashioned innards, get a high-tech boost. One made even more powerful thanks to sharp humor and a solid, well-told story. Now this is about a guy, his wife gets killed during a brutal mugging that leaves him paralyzed. And of course, he's approached by a billionaire inventor with an experimental cure that will upgrade his body. Logan Marshall Green, Betty Gabriel, Harrison Gilbertson, Simon Maiden. So, that is number 9 this week. And that has been out. Let me see. A couple of weeks. Life of the Party is 10. I'm surprised it's still in the top 10. That's with Melissa McCarthy, Jillian Jacobs. Of course, this is, she goes to college, yada, yada, yada. And, finds herself in the same school and class as her daughter. So, that is number 10. I'm really surprised it's even still up there in that. Okay, what opened today? Of course, Incredibles 2. Craig T. Nelson, Holly Hunter, of course, is a wonderful animation. To see that Incredibles 2. I want to take my granddaughter to see. I'm not sure. She wanted to stay home and swim. So, in the 90s, absolutely wonderful movie. Of course, it's everyone's favorite family of superheroes is back. But Helen is in the spotlight this time, leaving Bob at home with Violet and Dash to navigate the day-to-day heroics of normal life. So, of course, the kids are out of school, so good movie to go see. Tag is out, what I want to see. Can you imagine doing this? This would be so great. Excuse me, just to have done. It's a 73% audience score. A dose of high concept action comedy. For 1 month every year, 5 highly competitive friends hit the ground running with a no-holds-barred game of tag they've been playing since the first grade, risking their necks, their jobs, and their relationships to take each other down with the battle cry, "Tag, you're it." This year, the game coincides with the wedding of their only undefeated player, which should make him an easy target. Not. So, this is based on a true story, guys. So, tag shows how far some guys will go to be the last man standing. And this just looks so good. Looks funny. Ed Helms, Jake Johnson, Hannibal Buress, John Hamm, Jeremy Renner, Annabelle Wallace. So, one to go see if you're looking for some comedy. I think that'd be a good one. Superfly. Oh, no, don't do that. Of course, this is a remake of the original movie Superfly. Don't do that. Gotti opened today with John Travolta as Gotti, so that should be really good, I think. Yellowbirds opened today, and not very good ratings, not very good at all. 25% audience, 44 Rotten Tomatoes. It has a strong cast and a worthy message, but they're lost in the war drama role. It's a cliche story. It's against an explosive backdrop of the Iraqi war. Young soldiers forge a deep bond of friendship. When tragedy strikes the platoon, one soldier must return home to face the hard truth behind the incident. So, not high scoring at all up there for audiences or Rotten Tomatoes. So, I don't know. Might have to wait for the DVD on this one. So, that opened today. Next week, though, look out for, of course, Jurassic Park Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom next week. So be looking for that, of course. Out on DVD that came out this past Tuesday, I Can Only Imagine. The Strangers, Pray at Night. Ooh, got to see this one. I will get this, absolutely. I didn't get to go see it, so I am going to get this and see it. I absolutely love The Strangers. It might be her for Halloween this year. Sherlock Gnomes also came out on DVD. Set It Up came out today. Shock and Awe also came out. So, interesting though. That is coming up. Jurassic World, of course, Fallen Kingdom next week. Damsel. This has got an 80% rating. 94 audience want to see. This is about an affluent pioneer ventures across the American frontier to marry the love of his life. As he travels the Wild West with a drunkard and a miniature horse, their one simple journey goes treacherous, blurring the lines between hero, villain, and damsel. It's a loving reinvention of the Western genre. Now, to be perfectly honest, I am not a Western fan at all. The only one I liked, of course, was, what the heck was the name of it? Gosh darn it. I'll think of it. Anyway, this one has Robert Pattinson in it as a cowboy. That was interesting. Mia Wasikowska, and she played in Crimson Peak, and I liked her. And she also played Alice in Alice in Wonderland. Robert Forster, David Zellner, Nathan Zellner. Okay, so we'll just have to see how that works out. I'm not a big fan of Westerns, so The Catcher Was a Spy. That'll open next week. Not real good. It's another World War II movie, so if that's what you want to see, you're interested in the war movies, that is one to see. And another one opening next week is called The King. 92% Rotten Tomato. 40 Years of Death. Oh, this is about Elvis. After the death of Elvis Presley, two-time Sundance Grand Jury winner. He takes the King's 63 Rolls Royce on a musical road trip across America. Alec Baldwin, Tony Brown, James Carvell, Emmylou Harris. So that is opening next week. I'm not sure if that's all the top 5 ones that are going to open next week. Of course, we know which one's going to win, right? Fallen Kingdom, of course. Robert Pattinson. I cannot picture Robert Pattinson as a cowboy. I'm sorry. Incident in a Ghost Land opens next week. Now, this one, I think we talked about. This one looks really good. Following her aunt's death, Colleen and her daughters inherit the house. But during their first night, murderers enter the home, putting Colleen in a situation where she must fight to save her daughters. Now, this continues. This isn't the movie. The girl suffers terrible trauma during the night. And their disparate personalities diverge even further. Beth is said to become a famous horror author, while her sister Vera can't cope and loses her mind, faced with an unshakable sense of paranoia. And it goes 16 years later, the daughters and mother reunite at the house, and strange events begin to take place. I like the storyline. It doesn't just end with that, you know. Crystal Reed, Anastasia Phillips, Amelia Jones, Rob Archer is in this movie. So that opens next week. We'll see how it does against Jurassic World, of course. Who doesn't want to see Jurassic World? So all of these that I mentioned open next week. There's still more coming out, of course, and we'll talk about those next week. July 6th, don't forget Ant-Man and the Wasp come out. So Evangeline Lilly and Paul Rudd, of course, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So that should be interesting, to say the least. So that is what is coming out. So That'll do it for tonight. I just wanted to get that on the air. It's been kind of a crazy